What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 188, and we start today's episode off with a game against Plymouth here away from home in the FA Cup. And as you can see, I rested every single player, and I decided to actually play all of the resis. Usually when I play these cup games, I do include players off the bench, players like Catamol and Dongu and Ngu, but for this game I actually put them on the bench. I didn't play them in the first team, so I thought we've got a congested fixture list coming up in a moment. We've got quite a few games in quick concession, including the Capital One Cup semi-final against United in midweek, so I thought I'll give the resis a chance to shine in this game. And of course, they are a League 2 side, so I felt really, even though we're away from home, even though we've got all of our kids and our reserves playing, we still should be able to win this game with comfort. We had to wait until the 33rd minute for the first chance, and Seb Larsson, well, he was amazing for us when we first signed him for Millwall in our second season. Obviously a dead ball specialist, but unfortunately he's got on, his free kicks are not like they used to be. But in the 42nd minute, how about this? Plymouth's first chance, well, it ended up resulting in a goal. So the League 2 side take a shock lead. It was Harvey's shot, which was well saved by Nyland, but as the cross came back in, it was put in at the far post with the header. The Plymouth captain makes it 1-0 to the League 2 side, and it is just total embarrassment, because yes, we've got all the resis playing, yes, we've got players like Nyland and our fullbacks who haven't played a single game all year. Yes, this is a time for all our resis to play, but even so, to be losing this game and to end the first half 1-0 down, it really was embarrassing. So straight off the bench, Dongu comes on for Park Jong-woo, and from kick-off in the second half, Stanislas gets around his man with a roulette, then the needless heel-to-heel flick really, but as he gets past the fullback, he makes a challenge on the defender. It comes to Anthony Wynn, and the man on loan from Spurs makes it one apiece. So good to get ourselves back on level terms straight from kick-off here, but I guess I was just relieved more than anything. But a few minutes after that, well, a few people have been asking me why I don't play out from the back so much anymore. It's because I'm just error prone, and well, I don't really want to see this again. In the 52nd minute, Plymouth get themselves back in front in the most incredible game for them here, no doubt about it, after it's an absolute howler from my goalkeeper Nyland. But of course, it's all my mistake. I give the ball back to him from our right back, and I try and chip the ball over the defender, but unfortunately it's headed in with real ease. It goes straight to Harvey. I was trying to chip it over him to our defender, and it will play out from the back, but unfortunately I'm just so error prone. That's the worst. I think that's the worst one of them all. You guys have seen me pass it out from the back a lot of times during this career mode, but give the ball away, which results in a goal. I think that's the worst one of all. I literally couldn't have made it easier for him. So Plymouth 2, Millwall 1, and they almost made it 3-1. Harvey looking for his second goal of the game, but Nyland pulls off a good save there to keep us still in this game, really. It was 2-1. I had to bring on the big guns, really, and Ngu and McCullough came off the bench for Stanislas and Larsson. Both of those two are retiring at the end of the year, so I thought I'd give them a game, but unfortunately in their first game of the year they both played terribly. So Ngu and McCullough came on, so a 6'6" striker and a rapid winger. Need to get ourselves back on level terms here. I do not want this humiliating exit, and a couple minutes after that we had a good chance to make ourselves back on level terms. It's Rodriguez who gets on the ball, rolls it out wide to Kane here. Kane plays a lovely little 1-2 with Anthony Wynn, our goal scorer. He plays it back to Kane, who goes down on the right hand side, swings it across, and Michael Ngu wins the header, puts it past the goalkeeper and makes it 2-2. So off the bench, Ngu gets the goal, put ourselves back on level terms, and a few minutes after that we almost made it 3-2 as Plymouth give the ball away. Dongu wins the header, it comes to Ngu looking for his second goal, but his shot goes just wide of the post. But that was how the game would finish, a 2-2 draw. So no matter how you look at it, it's an embarrassing result. It really is, because I'm going to defend myself a little bit. Yes, we had reserves playing, yes, we had players who are really now very, very poor. Larsson's only a 64 overall now, and the fullbacks are quite poor as well. But even though we had a poor squad out, even though we were away from home, even though Plymouth would have been really geared up for this game, we really should have won that game with comfort. And to draw that game 2-2, to have to go to a replay at the Den, that is really, really embarrassing. There's no two ways about it. And of course, in a congested fixture list already, we really could have done without a replay, but unfortunately we've got one. And for the following game, we will take on Manchester United here away from home at Old Trafford in the Capital One Cup. And of course, we're in the semi-finals now. It's a two-legged affair. So as we take on United, I did decide to play my first 11. Now, I know in every single cup game this year, we've been playing a backup side. But of course, after that humiliating 2-2 draw with Plymouth, I knew for sure we'd have to get a win in this game, or else I'd never forgive myself. So we do indeed play our first 11. And if we can get a good result in this game, then that will make us a lot more comfortable for the second leg away at the Den. But at home at the Den. But yeah, we take on United here, and just a quick note before we get into the gameplay. As we're coming towards episode number 200, could you guys leave me a comment and tell me what you'd like to see for that episode? So we'll make it a special video. So can you guys leave me a comment and tell me what you'd like to see for episode 200? Because I'd like to hear your feedback. But anyway, yeah, we take on United for this game, and the first chance will come straight from kickoff as we intercept Fernando. Ings runs clear, but unfortunately, a shot is well saved by Trapp, and United end up getting the ball away. So still 0-0, but very, very encouraging early start for us. And in the 13th minute, we could have made it 1-0. Ermakov gets played over the top here. Really good chance. Gets past his man and shoots. But unfortunately, the shot takes a bit of a deflection. But Trapp gets down to his left-hand side really quickly and tips the ball out wide for a corner. So still 0-0, but the early chance is coming for us, which is nice to see. And from the corner, it's crossed in towards the box. Eric Dier goes for the header to try and get on the end of Brian Carrasco's corner. But unfortunately, it loops over the bar and it's still 0-0. So still scoreless after the first quarter of an hour. But all the chances coming for us. And 10 minutes later, Junior Milanda gets on the ball and finds Luke Shaw. Left back goes down the left hand side, plays the ball forward towards Ermakov. He's got the pace to beat Phil Jones, gets past his man here, swings in across, and Luke Shaw wins the header and puts it past Trapp to make it United 0, Millwall 1. So our left back in the area, getting his first goal for the club, puts it past Trapp, and it's United 0, Millwall 1. So after an embarrassing result against Plymouth, I needed a good result here, and we got to a fantastic start. So 1-0, and then 5 minutes later, Triggsy gives it to Anderson. Nice little fake Rabona and a sombrero flick. Great cross in. Ings wins the header, but it hits the post and it's cleared away by Phil Jones. So almost making it 2-0 there, but unfortunately still 1-0. But from this corner, Carrasco crosses the ball in. Gutierrez goes for the header. It's cleared away, unfortunately, but we keep the chance alive. Danilo finds Ermakov. He backseals it to Triggs. Triggs from a mile out takes aim, but unfortunately the ball goes wide of the post and it's still 1-0. But all the chances coming for us. United did not threaten whatsoever. And in the 51st minute here, well, you know, I did read a comment a couple episodes ago saying I don't play out from the back enough. I don't, you know, pass the ball around enough. Don't create those team goals anymore. Well, I still do that. It's just I usually crop out the footage a lot more now so I can get more games in an episode or more action, you know, without having to see the build-up. But I still do that, and this was proof here. Some nice passing around the back. Eventually, it's a great ball by Anderson towards Brian Carrasco. Nice little Ronaldo chop here and a heel-to-heel flick, and we end up winning a penalty as well. So that was a really nice move, you know, nice flowing football from the back. Lovely ball by John Joe Anderson towards Carrasco. Of course, Kelvin now injured. Anderson's going to profit starting on that right wing. Lovely ball by Anderson, finds Carrasco. Couple of skill moves by the Chilean. Definite penalty as Ryan Shawcross brings him down, and it is a spot kick to us. And in the 54th minute, a great chance for Brian Carrasco to make it 2-0 here. Give us real control in this first leg. He takes a penalty. Trapp pulls off the save, but I get very, very lucky because the ball cannons off Trapp's legs. It rolls across the goal line, and Carrasco, well, he's one of the quickest players in the world. You'll see that in the squad reports. He's one of the quickest players in the world. He's got great reactions, and he proves it there. He gets to the ball first and bundles the ball over the line. So you kind of felt sorry for Trapp, you know, because it was a decent penalty stop there. And unfortunately for him, he got up really quickly, tried to get across his goal and tip it wide of the post. But unfortunately for him, Carrasco gets there first, and he gets clattered into by Trapp. Even so, we scored a goal, so that's all that matters. And it's United 0 and Millwall 2. But in the 72nd minute, it could have been 3-0 here. Danilo gets on the ball, finds John Joe Anderson here. He gets past Johnny Evans with the fake Rabona and the scoop turn, but unfortunately, Trapp makes the save, and it's still 2-0. But all the chances came to us, really. United didn't really threaten in this game whatsoever. This was really one of their only chances, as the Belgian striker finds Wilfried Zaha here. He fizzes the ball across the face of goal. It's cleared away by Milanda, but eventually it's the Belgian striker who shoots, but it goes wide of the post, and it's still 2-0, and that was how the game finished. So a 2-0 victory. It was very, very comfortable, and to be saying this, it's hilarious, but Plymouth gave us a lot more of a game than United did, but there you go. We win the game by 2-0, and that does put us in complete control in this semi-final tie. We should really be going through to the final now at Wembley, so long as we don't have a collapse in the second leg at the Den. We should be going through to the final, and that's fantastic news for us, because I really do want to win a trophy on our first season back at the Den, and hopefully the Capital One Cup, touch wood, could be that. But after we had a transfer offer for Danny Ings, we rejected it, and also rejected all offers for the future, and we had an international management offer from Hungary, which we of course rejected. We're still thinking about Portugal, and also we requested some funds from the board. We asked for £2 million because we are in a transfer window, but unfortunately we got no money to spend. We can't buy new players, so I asked for £2 million, but unfortunately the board said no. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon. back to league matters now, and as you can see by the table, we are 2 points behind the leaders Chelsea after 21 games. So we need to keep the pressure on, and we need to keep ourselves on the winning wagon as we take on Norwich City here at the Den. You'd really fancy our chances. They've got a couple of good players. You know, Sergio Aurier is very good in this game, and Leroy Fer's a player I really do like. Of course, Norwich was a team I did a career mode for on the PS3 in FIFA 14. And the first chance here will come to us as John Anderson plays a great through ball towards Ermakov. Ermakov shoots, but Mark Barr makes a good stop, and it's still 0-0. But as I did say in the last episode, with Kelvin now out injured, John Anderson is starting